John Lennon is a pretty cool dude. He was a bug. Just kidding. He was a musician from a small band called the Beatles. You might not have heard of it, the band's pretty small. Just kidding. It's one of the most well-known bands out there. But enough about bands. We are focusing on John Lennon specifically. Enough about John Lennon. We are focusing on one of his albums, Imagine. Enough about Imagine, the album. Let's focus on Imagine, one of his songs. All of John Lennon's songs are literary, but if we looked at all of them, this presentation would be an hour long, and I wouldn't have a life outside of this presentation. Not that I have one anyway. Let's just jump into this. Literature, defined by Oxford as written works, especially those considered superior or lasting artistic merit, defined by Merriam-Webster as the body of writings on a particular subject. Now, which one of these definitions is the real definition of literature? Well, for this video, it's up to me to choose how I define literature. I believe that literature can be any written material, no matter what medium it's presented on, have it be a theatre performance or be a small letter written by a first grader. And it doesn't need to be incredibly exceptional or have an incredibly deep meaning, as long as it means something to someone. Though Imagine, one of John Lennon's most popular songs, has a great meaning behind it. I'm not trying to say it doesn't. It's a song all about peace and freedom and just getting along with everybody. It'll persevere no more. Now, enough about literature. Let's listen to the lyrics of Imagine to find out what makes them so literary.
Imagine there's no heaven. See if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. Really angering the religion fans out there. But for other religious people, it really shows a message of living in the now. A lot of religions are based on the concept of an afterlife, such as heaven, nirvana, reincarnation. But Lennon asks the listener to cast aside those thoughts and live as you want to live now.
Imagine there's no country. It's hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too.
Well, imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Well, slightly difficult. Personally, I'm more of a nationalist. Keep those filthy Americans off my lawn. But it shows a good message about breaking down barriers and walls and joining us together. And no religion too. Wow! Another blow to the religion fans. But Lennon talks about not having a world where my God is better than your God, just caring about each other as we are.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us, and the world will be one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, or brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people cheering all the world.
Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. Lenin, more like Lenin, with that communism talk, really angering the American government fans out there. It's hard to imagine a world without possessions. I find trouble doing that myself. But just think about it. Sharing everything. No greed, no hunger, a perfect world, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Another blow to the American government fans out there. A little historical context, but back when Imagine was released, the United States was in the middle of the Vietnam War, and Lenin was anti-war. Some people agreed with him, and some, like the US government, didn't.
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us, and the world will live as one.
Lenin uses repetition to try to coerce the listener into imagining his perfect world by singing lines such as, "It's easy if you try, it isn't hard to do, and I wonder if you can. But right now the only thing I'm wondering is why my wife left me." Lenin also uses rhyming to make you remember what he's saying, by rhyming the second and fourth lines of the verses. Imagine by John Lennon is a work of literature, no matter how high you set the bar as the definition of it. A great song with a great meaning and a very poetic lyric. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more literary analysis videos. See you next time.